do the clapping and be like, action. It's a make or miss league.
Maybe a little more funny than that.
I don't know what am I make or missing? It's a make or miss league. Cut that.
Make serves! Here comes Poku! The behind the back dime for the slam. Zach, I feel that Poku is your kind of player, am I right?
You have no idea what the hell Poku is going to do at any given moment. It could be a disaster. He could fly out of bounds. It could be amazing. He's the most unpredictable player in the NBA. It's very exciting.
Hey, but I tell you this, Zach, it was on time and on target, and it was a great pass to a Carolina guy who finishes it strong. You know, I'm all about the dunks.
And the Carolina guys, for sure. Miss film, Rudy Gobert blocking shots all over the place last night. Vince, Rudy said to hear about other people being defensive the Player of the Year candidates. You think he was a little cranky there?
I mean, he every year he's gonna be in the conversation, and I think coming down the stretch, he wants to show you and remind you that he should be in the conversation every time. The first person you mentioned, because I tell you what, to be a defensive player of the year, and we showed Dikembe. Dikembe didn't really care about getting dunked on. Yep. It's things like that. He takes those opportunities. He saves plays for his team because he knows if he can if he does that job on the defensive end, his team's going to win.
Those green uniforms are bad, and those blocks are very, very disrespectful, Rudy.
That's all you need to know. Zach has spoken. Make goggles, Cavs Piston. All right, Darius Garland throws this absurd dime to Colin Sexton. And Zach, you know what this means. Your favorite NBA nickname of this year. It is the return of Sexland to the jump.
What? Oh my God.
They're back. They're back. Watch out. That pass is the coolest pass in basketball. The diagonal fast break pass, that's the coolest pass in basketball. Cavs, Sexland is back. Cavs still losing, but Sexland back.
Vince had not heard of this nickname before we told it to him in the break.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a great pass. You know, yeah, Sexland.
Shouts to the producer who picked the music for that segment as well. That's
crazy.
Perfect touch. All right, the Suns beat the Bucks on the road in overtime by 1 point after Devin Booker fouled by P.J. Tucker with 0.3 seconds left in a tie game. Now, Booker hit the first free throw, intentionally missed the second. Victory, Phoenix is now 12-2 over their last 14 games. Also earlier in that game, Chris Paul passed Magic Johnson for 5th on the NBA's all-time assist leaderboard. His 10,142nd career assist, that came on a nice outlet to Booker. CP3 tallied 13 dimes on the night total. Chris now just 190 assists from catching Steve Nash, who was 3rd all-time, just 1 dime ahead of Mark Jackson. After the game, Devin Booker talked about CP3 and had a little fun with the game ball.
I honestly didn't know I got the bucket until we got in the locker room, so it wasn't something I was aware of on the court. But really, man, it's hard to put that in words, man. That's Magic Johnson, that's Chris Paul. You know, for me being, a fan of this game for so long, being inspired by these guys, watching continuously amount of film on both of them, yeah, there's just no words for it, Hold on, I'm not done. Yes, sir, here it is, y'all. It's going on eBay for $1 million. You hear me? It's going on eBay for $1 million.
That, of course, was the game ball. Devin playing a little keep away from Chris, who earned that game ball in the Suns locker room. And Chris very sweetly said that he wants Magic to sign it for him, which is pretty awesome. Vince, you played against CP3 for nearly almost 2 decades there. So where do you put him as a top 5 all-time point guard in your book? Does he make that cut?
It's so tough, and if he's not in the top 5, he is on the way. I mean, he's making a case for it right now. He's 30-something years old, 35, 36, and what he's done, some people say he's reinvented himself. I think he's just gotten new life and fresh air. I mean, he likes the talent. He has a lot of talent around him. You put the right talent around CP3. Like, you have shooters, you have defenders, you have just young talent, and then he's going out there and he's still scoring and being Chris Paul that we've known and loved and still doing it. So, you just think about it. Magic, Oscar, Zeke, J. Kidd, Stockton. There's a group. Mark Jackson. There's a list of people that you can throw into the list, and he is right there. So it's kind of hard to kind of say who's in the top 5, in my opinion. I like to wait till it's all said and done. I think when it's all said and done and he's finished playing, he will be right there.
Yeah, people are going to point to the lack of a championship, and Chris Paul's been a part of a couple bad, high-profile, clutch moments against Oklahoma City, the Clippers meltdown against the Rockets, all that. But I'll tell you this, you want to win? Get Chris Paul on your team.
Yep.
You want to have one of the best records in the NBA in close games, regular season and playoffs? Get Chris Paul on your team. He is one of the best late-game shot makers in the history of the league. He's one of the best defensive players in the history of his position. And like Vince, I haven't sat down and done the exhaustive rankings, but my gut tells me, championship or not, when it's all said and done, he is going to belong in that top 5 list.
And Zach, I know you know this because you and I have had this conversation. For all the high-profile fails that Chris has been through in the playoffs, he's had so many high-profile successes. He's had great, truly great playoff performances. You just sometimes only remember the things that turn into things gone wrong.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.